In the bustling, noisy chaos of the marketplace, a little rascal saunters up to a stall, eyeing the books, but then points at the melons. Yo, boss. You selling books or melons? These melons ripe? Give me one. And hey, I want it smooth, no skin nicked off, alright? Just teasing, no pressure. The kid flashes a cheeky grin, clearly trying to mess with the butcher nearby. The butcher, Zen, muscles bulging, eyes blazing, grits his teeth. You picking a fight, punk? The brat doesn't even flinch, smirking. Yeah, I am. What you gonna do, huh? Chop me into bits. Zen's had enough. Knife raised high. He bellows. I'll turn you into minced meat, you little... But the main character steps in, cool as a cucumber, with a grin that spells trouble. A martial artist, huh? Butcher Zen, slaughterer of the Qiao family. Guess today's your turn. With exaggerated, goofy moves, like a kid pretending to be a kung fu master, Linha launches himself at Zen. But just as quickly, splat. Blood explodes everywhere, gallons of it painting the street. The main character, smiling even through it all, clutching a still-beating heart in his hand, collapses in slow motion. Blood spurts from his nose like a faucet, and with his soul drifting toward the heavens, the chaos unfolds. And he's dead, someone mutters from the crowd, as people start losing their minds. Butcher Zen killed him. Don't let that psycho escape. Zen, standing dumbstruck, mutters to himself, This? Yeah, didn't hold back there. Oops. The crowd's in uproar. Don't let him get away. Next thing you know, Zen's bolting on a wooden horse, knife jammed between his neck, tearing through the market at breakneck speed. Meanwhile, a soft blue glow surrounds Linha's body. The butcher's knife wound? Nah, barely a scratch now. Our hero, who is, by the way, still very much dead, groans, face scrunched up like a crying baby. Ow, ow, ow. That really hurt. Man, getting chopped alive sucks. And then, as if nothing happened, he searches his dead body for his wallet, still lying there in the pool of blood. Wow, I really kicked the bucket, didn't I? What a mess. His system pops up. Death rate, C. Skill points awarded, 10. Remaining skill points, 27. Revival limit, 4 out of 5. Skill, increased cost, 5 points. Immortality punch, mastery beginner, 100%. With a mischievous grin, Linha cracks his knuckles. System, better level me up, cause this is about to get real. Linha stares at the system screen floating in front of him, eyebrow raised, grinning like a kid who just found a cheat code. Yo, first level C rating, and bam. Master beginner immortality punch, like it's nothing. Wait, hold up. It dropped my skill points down. So, this how the system works? Just tossing points at mastery? He scratches his head. 5 points for a beginner skill? Wonder what I can snag with the other 20. He cracks his knuckles. Max out immortality punch. The system, of course, has other plans. Host rating unqualified. Unlocking failed. Points will be distributed randomly. Linha lets out an exaggerated sigh. Come on, seriously? He chuckles to himself, a smug smirk crawling across his face. Wait, is this system basically pushing me to die more? That's cool. I'm totally down. He glances around. I'll just test my theory on the butcher again. Miss Snow said he's secretly a big shot in the martial arts faction. Can't let him off that easy. He's got to kill me a few more times at least. The marketplace, once a hub of chaos, now fades into the background as the scene shifts to the forest edge. A wrecked building stands, its walls crumbling, with a lone wooden horse parked outside. Inside, Zen is pacing, still processing the fact he accidentally killed Linha. He mutters under his breath, That kid was all about revenge for the Qiao family. But we wiped them out half a year ago. No survivors. Suspicious as hell. He scribbles on a piece of parchment, frowning. Did we miss one? Could this brat really be a Qiao? Meh, doesn't matter, they're all dead now. He whistles for a pigeon, tying the letter to its leg, but then a chill runs down his spine. Someone's behind him. Slowly, Zen turns around, eyes widening as he spots Linha, standing there with that signature cocky grin, alive and well. How? You're supposed to be dead. Zen's heart races, but Linha just shrugs, looking as casual as ever. I'm Qiao Mu, bro. You killed my brother earlier, remember? Now it's payback time. Linha delivers the worst, most clumsy lie in history, but somehow pulls it off with swagger. Without waiting for a response, he lunges at Zen, channeling every bit of martial energy he's got into his 100% bare-handed blade catcher technique. Zen, not one to back down, swings his blade with a deadly arc. Slice. Linha's hand is split clean in half. But instead of crying out, Linha just laughs, blood dripping from his fingers. Man, that really stings. You got me good this time, Zen. Ready for round 3? Linha, clutching at the butcher's blade stuck halfway through his hand, smirks, wincing through the pain. Your blade's in my hand now. Scared yet? Scared? Zen, the butcher, stares at him, dumbfounded. Bro, you want to maybe take a peek at your own hand first? Linha, eyes watering, face scrunched up in agony, forces a laugh. I caught it, didn't I? He grits his teeth, the pain making him tear up even more. Go on, kill me if you can. It hurts like hell, but I'm still standing. Inside, he's thinking, I'm boasting so hard, but this is seriously the worst. Zen's anger flares as he stares at the bleeding, smirking mess in front of him. You're insane. You and your so-called brave brother. Both of you have lost your minds. But even as Zen tries to move, he realizes something. His blade? Stuck. No movement. It won't budge. What the? Before he can process it, Linha's fist connects square with Zen's face. Blood trickles from Zen's nose as he stumbles back, stunned. Zen rubs his jaw, sweat dripping down his face. You're no leech, are you? You're different from your brother. I can tell you've trained. Martial arts or something. You caught me off guard, but that won't happen again. He wipes the blood off, his eyes narrowing. 5 minutes of pure chaos later, Zen lands a solid punch to Linha's chest, sending his body rolling down the floor like a ragdoll. Zen, breathing heavily, sighs in relief as Linha lies motionless on the ground. Kicking at Linha's limp body, Zen shakes his head. He was trying to avenge his brother. Huh? A hero, all right. But man, this guy was nuts. He mutters to himself. Passion? Maybe. But he's still dead, and I'm not risking sending that letter now. If the master sees it, he'll get the wrong idea. But just as Zen starts to let his guard down, a bluish aura flickers around Linha's body. Out of nowhere, Zen is struck by an unseen force. Zen whips around, and there he is, Linha, standing tall once again, fury burning in his eyes. You dare kill my brother? Hand over your life. Zen's jaw drops. You've got to be kidding me. But Linha strikes a ridiculous kung fu pose, despite the blood trickling from his nose. Zen shakes his head in disbelief. Very well. If you've got such a death wish, I'll kill you all over again. The showdown kicks off inside the wooden house, blades flashing, fists flying. Meanwhile, the pigeon Zen had sent earlier is frantically flapping away as fast as it can, trying to escape the madness. Blood splatters across the floor as the butcher falls to his knees, exhausted, gasping for breath. I killed the younger one, and now the older one appears. Zen groans, sweat pouring down his face. Is there no end to this? How many of these Cho kids are there? Bodies of Linha are scattered all around the floor. But suddenly, Linha, resurrected yet again, stands up, dusting himself off with a grin. Let's see. I've died 4 times now. The first death cost me 5 skill points, and I got beginner's immortality punch. The second death? Only 2 points, and I boosted my mastery by 20%. Zen, barely able to stand, looks at Linha in utter disbelief. This is crazy. Linha shrugs. Yeah, probably. But hey, I'm not stopping until you're done. Linha grins as he reviews his system stats. Alright, last round I lost 2 points, but got my mastery bumped to 40%. Seems like the more I level up, the fewer points I get, and the death rate drops. If I grind too much on one dude, I'm gonna hit a wall. Only got 1 more revive left in me. Man, revenge is harder than I thought. He glances at the butcher from a distance, then smirks to himself. Maybe I'll come back in 7 days. Recharge, reset, hit the spa or something. But then, as if struck by an idea, he shakes his head. No, this is it. He's weak. I've only got him down 3 times. He's primed for another takedown. No way I'm waiting. Linha takes a deep breath. Images flashing in his mind of his intense training. Meditating under a thundering waterfall, enduring the icy cold of a snowy mountain. The 4th fight? I was at 20% mastery. We were basically even. His eyes narrow with determination. But now, with this boost, I got the upper hand. It's worth a shot. He steps out from behind the statue, deadly intent burning in his gaze. I'll wrap this up, then find Miss Snow. She'll have other skills I need. This butcher's kids? They keep getting stronger, harder punches, better skills, but they're all still just stepping stones. Meanwhile, Zen the butcher lies on the ground, panting, his body battered, hand mangled. Blood pools around him. He spits, wincing in pain. That last one was on my level. I don't think I can take another one like him. Please tell me there's no more. But just as he mutters those words, boom. Manhwa stands perched on the statue, staring Zen down with a devilish smile that practically drips with menace. Zen's face turns pale, and he spits up blood at just the sight of him. Manhwa's eyes glow with an evil green hue, power radiating from him as he grins. Heavenly justice is here, butcher. You're done. He launches forward with every ounce of strength and fury he's built up, landing a crushing blow square to Zen's chest. Smash! The ground cracks beneath them as Manhwa strikes his pose, while Zen's lifeless body slumps to the floor. The butcher? Dead. Manhwa, standing tall, wipes the sweat from his brow. Easy, he mutters, bending down to loot Zen's body. A few bronze coins clink into his hand. His eyes spot a letter. Ha! So this is what you were going to send to the martial arts faction, huh? Just as I thought. You were really tied up in the Qiao family's massacre. He shakes his head amused. Funny, the first time you killed me, I got a C rating. Now look where we are. Pocketing the letter, Manhwa takes one last glance at Zen's body before walking away. Victory sealed. Manhwa scratches his head, contemplating. Could it be that my rating depends on the baddie who took me out? Stronger villains might score higher ratings. That's gotta be it. I need to put this to the test. He grins, feeling the thrill of discovery bubbling inside him. I can't figure out the order yet, but I'll hand it over to Miss Snow. She'll know what to do with it. As he strolls through the shadowy alley of Outer Yang City, Manhwa pulls down his veil and adjusts his hat, striding toward a modest house. Miss Snow, I'm back, he calls out, voice echoing slightly in the quiet. The door swings open, and out steps a mesmerizingly beautiful girl, her presence lighting up the dreary alleyway. She peels back Manhwa's veil, her soft hands brushing against his face. Where have you been? She asks, her eyes sparkling with curiosity. But then she pauses, her brow furrowing. Wait, your voice is different. You're not Qiao Mu. Manhwa's heart races. Asterisk. As expected from a blind girl, her senses are sharper than a blade. Sis, it's just puberty. Everyone goes through it. He laughs nervously, trying to play it cool. Is that so? She raises an eyebrow, skeptical. How can you prove you're really Qiao Mu? Manhwa strokes his chin, feigning deep thought. Is Nining really not your surname? He throws out, remembering the countless times he had said this when he got home last month. Her eyes light up with recognition as she steps closer, sniffing him. Manhwa holds her gently, trying not to blush. I'm a lucky guy, he thinks, a goofy smile creeping across his face. After her inspection, she pulls back, her face brightening. It's really you. You still smell the same? They settle at a small table, her legs folded neatly underneath her. You know, she starts, after the family's death, my eyes began to move. It's a sign that my divine sight is about to activate. She leans in closer, her voice teasingly serious. Nothing can hide from it. Don't try to trick me. Manhwa can't help but think, asterisk. Yes. You're the last one remaining from the family, the legendary martial arts bloodline. You're so talented. With a grin plastered on his face, he nudges her. So, sis, when are you teaching me the next chapter of the Immortal Punch? I'm ready to level up. Asterisk, don't get your hopes up too high. Miss Snow says, her voice steady. If you want to be truly skilled, you'll need more aura and strength. This is going to take a few years, at least. Manhwa strikes a goofy bodybuilding pose, flexing his muscles dramatically. But I want to seek revenge. We both agree on that, right? First, you'll teach me the Immortal Punch, and then I'll avenge the Qiao family. He stands there, all pumped up, feeling like he's already a powerhouse. She takes a sip of her tea, shaking her head with a smirk. So stubborn. Show me what you've got, then. She pulls him closer, holding his hands, and gently touches his arm. A look of shock spreads across her face. Whoa, it's hard. In a fluster, she gasps. What did I just touch? Manhwa, blissfully unaware of her embarrassment, replies. My bicep. What did you think it was? Her cheeks flush as she stutters. I only knew you for a month, and you've already grown so much. Are you a martial arts prodigy or something? She gently caresses his arm, off filling her voice. Strength is a fundamental skill with no shortcuts. But Linha interrupts, a cheeky grin plastered on his face. Since you think I've done such a good job, how about you teach me now? She raises an eyebrow, skeptical. The Immortal Punch is a special skill of the Yang family. Once you fully master it, you'll reach a stage where you'll age but still remain strong. It's the true way of becoming divine. Linha's eyes sparkle with determination. I'll finish this as soon as possible. This will be my divine path. Just then, a hilariously chubby figure bursts through an ice barrier, looking like a cartoon pig. Here comes the divine, it exclaims with enthusiasm. You've done well, but it's only been a month. Butcher Zin didn't master his punch either, and his arms pack a few 100K worth of power. Once your training is complete and you've taken down the butcher, I'll teach you the rest. Linha's mouth waters at the thought of more training. You don't need to wait until the future. I've already slain the butcher. He beams, but Miss Snow's face goes through a whirlwind of surprise and disbelief. Impossible, she exclaims, her tea almost spilling. You? Already? Linha nods, his confidence soaring. Oh, and I found his secret letter too, but I can't make sense of the tadpole script it's written in. He hands her the letter, a proud smile on his face. She takes the letter, her brow furrowing as she examines the strange script. Let's see what secrets you've unearthed, little warrior. A tadpole script letter? Miss Snow exclaims, her eyes lighting up with curiosity. Tadpole script is a secret communication method for the martial arts faction. You really did take down the butcher. She thinks to herself, I can't believe he actually beat that guy. He's more capable than I thought. Since you've done your part, she continues, her voice serious yet excited, I'll keep my promise and teach you the rest of the Immortal Punch. Awesome, Linho replies, practically bouncing on his feet. I'm ready. Sit and meditate in front of me, she instructs, her tone turning mystical. Listen closely. That which is form is false, and that which is without form is true. Everything is void. Little is true. As she teaches, we shift outside the house, where half an hour later, Linha is deep in meditation. His thoughts swirl around. I've made it to 40% mastery. Not bad, but there's still no change in my level. This system is way more effective than learning it myself. His mind races. I need to find enemies stronger than the butcher and challenge them. Gotta level up? Meanwhile, Miss Snow sits in her chair, looking thoughtful. This is the key to decoding the tadpole script, she says, handing him a small piece of paper. Look through it and read to me what the letter says. Linha takes it, but skepticism creeps in. She can't see, but she found the key without breaking a sweat. Maybe she's faking it. He squints at the letter, mumbling as he tries to match the strange characters. It seems the letter implies that the Crimson Emperor is leaving the capital soon, and the martial arts faction is planning to summon all its members. His eyes widen in surprise. Wait, it's an assassination plot. Miss Snow leaps from her seat, her expression shifting to urgency. Where is the faction planning on assassinating the Emperor? What about his whereabouts? Any more details? Linha shakes his head, a hint of frustration creeping in. Nope, just the basics. It looks like the key is missing a lot of info. I can only decipher parts of it. She sighs, running a hand through her hair. Great, just what we needed. A secret plot against the Emperor. This isn't going to end well. Linha grins, a twinkle in his eye. Well, that just gives us a chance to get in on some action, right? Let's be heroes. Let's go save the Emperor. I can't make out the exact time or place, Linha says, scratching his head in confusion. Miss Snow leans closer, her posture tense, teeth gritted, fists clenched. How dare the martial arts faction? But it's just like them to actually go through with this. Wait, the faction is this strong? Linha's surprise is palpable. I only told you that the faction and the legendary martial artist killed the whole family, but I didn't explain why, she replies, her expression darkening. The legendary martial artist, known as the second strongest supreme master, founded the martial arts faction. He single-handedly destroyed many other factions and gangs. She pauses, letting the weight of her words sink in. He took the secret arts of all the factions for himself and allowed members to read freely to increase their own skills. The Qiao family's immortality punch? Bestowed by the divine to the first generation. But now, she trails off, haunted by the memory of her family's demise. I taught you the immortality punch, not to expect you to defeat the legendary martial artist, she continues, her fists trembling with anger. I just hope that one day, when your skills mature, you can cut him down. Lin Hu watches her, captivated by her fierce expression, which reveals not just anger, but deep pain. "I have an idea," he suddenly exclaims, a grin spreading across his face. "What if I join the faction?" Miss Snow's eyes widen, sweat trickling down her forehead. "Have you lost your mind while training? You want to join the faction?" Lin Hu waves her concern away, adopting a nonchalant attitude. "Absolutely. I'll join the faction and then assassinate the Crimson Emperor for them." Just imagine, turning the Imperial Court and the faction against each other. Miss Snow slams her fist onto the table, making Lin Hu jump. "You are out of your mind. A plan like that is just begging for trouble. You'll definitely die." "Maybe." Lin Hu shrugs, undeterred. "But if I can't join the faction, I'll just keep defeating their members and figure out the entire assassination plan. Then, when the time is right, I can play the role of the assassin. It'll enrage the Imperial Court, and that'll give you your chance for revenge." "Seriously, you need to stop," she exclaims, a mix of disbelief and concern in her eyes. "Do you hear yourself? This is insanity." "Insanity is just another form of bravery," Lin Hu says, puffing out his chest dramatically. "And bravery is what we need to take on the legendary martial artist." Miss Snow shakes her head, half amused, half frustrated. "You're gonna get us both killed." Now, thanks for watching the video. If you liked it, consider subscribing and leaving a comment if you want a part 2 on this manhwa. Thank you for watching.